Hello and welcome to the Channel 1 Newsroom from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra. I am Umaru Sanda Amadou. Coming up, President John Mahama proposes the dissolution of Cathedral Board and shuts the Secretariat over audit revelations.
The Attorney General has been directed to take legal steps to ensure the dissolution of the Board of Trustees.
Health Minister confirms over 10,000 nurses and midwives hired in latest recruitment.
We recognize the challenges of over 70,000 qualified health workers currently awaiting employment. But I want to assure you that we are working tirelessly to clear this backlog.
New Patriotic Party NPP set to decide on major party reforms at National Delegates Conference. And Parliament's Defence Committee urges swift probe into Ablekuma North rerun violence.
They could not specifically say they would conclude with investigations in a week or two. What is important is that we required of them to act expeditiously and furnish the committee with their investigative reports when they are done.
In Channel 1 Business, local traders protest foreign takeover of Ghana's retail sector. In the Channel 1 Sports, Black Queens to return to WAFCON quarterfinals set for Algeria. Showdown on July 19. We are grateful that you join us for the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. We start off with the National Cathedral, a project that President Akufo-Addo, when he was in charge, said it was his personal commitment to God. And his successor, President John Dramani Mahama, has ordered the dissolution of that board of trustees for the National Cathedral and the shutdown of his secretariat following what government describes as damning audit findings. This follows the uncovering of financial irregularities in an independent audit report by Deloitte & Touche. Government spokesperson Felix Kwachiofosu spoke at the press briefing on Friday.
Thorough audits have revealed that a controversial National Cathedral project has cost the government $97 million to date, significantly surpassing earlier public estimates of $58 million. The audits have also shown weak financial oversight and procurement breaches.
There is actually an additional outstanding payment of $39 million due the contractor. Now, when added up, this brings the total costs incurred so far for the whole that sits at the site of the project to $97 million. A total of $4,281,702.59 has been paid to the Nehemiah Group. However, the Nehemiah Group confirms receiving $4,341,702.59, indicating the difference of $60,000 that remains unaccounted for. The firm, that is Sir David Ajayi and Associates Limited, reports having received 117,972,656 Ghana cedis, which gives a variance of 4.9 million Ghana cedis, which as of now remains unexplained.
Following the findings, the President has given clear directives for the dissolution of the Board of Trustees and its Secretariat.
The Attorney General has been directed to take legal steps to ensure the dissolution of the Board of Trustees. Now, despite the damning findings contained in the Deloitte audit report, it does not cover the full scope of operations of the National Cathedral Secretariat and the project itself. The Auditor General has therefore been requested to commission a forensic audit into the National Cathedral project and the activities of the Secretariat. Now, the Attorney General and Minister for Justice has also been asked to take lawful steps to ensure the termination of the contract to prevent further costs and losses to the state. As I indicated, because of how lopsided the contract is, even as the contractor has ceased work at the site from March 2023 to date, he still continues to accrue payments.
Meanwhile, government promises of decisive action after a forensic audit.
After the forensic audit, decisive action will be taken regarding any impropriety determined and the future of the project itself. I must indicate that the National Cathedral project is one of the many cases being investigated under the oral initiative. And once the forensic audit findings become available, they will add onto the body of evidence that will be looked into. And based on the determination that is made in terms of any act of impropriety, persons responsible will be held accountable.
Now, over 10,000 nurses and midwives have been successfully employed within the past 6 months. The Minister for Health, Kwabena Minta-Kando, during the government's accountability series, says that 1,621 qualified pharmacists awaiting permanent employment have been prioritized for recruitment. Channel 1 News' presidential correspondent Akwisia Ochre has more.
Government says it is taking urgent steps to clear the backlog of unemployed health professionals across the country. Health Minister revealed that over 70,000 qualified health workers are currently awaiting employment.
We recognize the challenges of over 70,000 qualified health workers currently awaiting employment, but I want to assure you that we are working tirelessly to clear this backlog. In the past 6 months alone, we have successfully finalized the employment process of over 10,000 nurses and midwives, with many more to come. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to share that we have taken decisive steps to clear the salary arrears for 321 pharmacist house officers who completed training in 2024.
Government also revealed it has fully settled arrears owed to the National Health Insurance Scheme, totaling 603 million cedis as of December 2024.
Not only have we uncapped the levy, but we have also been committed to releasing funds swiftly. And I'm proud to announce that the National Health Insurance Scheme, National Health Insurance claims arrears totaling 603 million Ghana cedis as of December 2024 have been fully settled. This milestone demonstrates our commitment, government's steadfast dedication to timely payment and fulfilling our obligations to healthcare providers.
Meanwhile, the minister has defended the nicknaming of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, Mahama Cares, despite criticism from a section of the public and political actors.
The name for the fund is called Ghana Medical Trust Fund. That is the name. But of course, the originator, the visionary leader. And so people are associating the policy with the originator. And it is not the first time we are hearing this. It has happened elsewhere before. Obama Cares, if you remember. I know that most of you may even not know the real name for that particular program. All over the world, everybody was calling it Obama Cares. So let us not hide behind that. If you think you cannot contribute, say so. Don't hide behind the name and say because of the name you will not contribute.
Let's remain with that subject and go on the phone lines and speak to the Member of Parliament for Achimota, who is also a member of the Health Committee, the Honorable Alexander Kwesiakwa. He's joined us. Hello, welcome to Channel 1 Newsroom, sir.
Good evening, and thanks for having me.
Good evening. Now, the Health Minister has announced that 10,000 nurses and midwives have been employed recently. This should solve a lot of the challenges that we had in the health sector, don't you think?
Well, I am not too sure of the statistics the minister is churning out. Because just recently, I think about a week ago, he was on the floor of Parliament coming to tell us that we have close to about 7,000 or 70,000 health personnel who seriously need to be placed in various employment avenues. And if the minister is talking about 10,000 nurses, before we left office, we have procured financial clearance to recruit about 15,000 nurses. And we were working to recruit people who had completed school in 2020. And so, and that was just right before we left office. So if it is about the completion of that exercise that the minister is referring to, yes, then we started it. The exercise was on. You remember that even when they came to office, there was a threat that these nurses were going to be sacked and all that. So if these are the nurses, the cohorts the minister is talking about, then this is something we started. There were 15,000. But further to that, if there is any financial clearance that they have cleared, they have gotten to clear some nurses who are at home, then I don't know which batches of nurses he's talking about. We don't have those details. When we announced the 15,000 financial clearance, it was made public. It was made public and it was discussed. I remember the minister who was then the ranking member for health even talked about it and did believe it. But I mean, gradually we have people within the 2020 cohort who got listed into their various services with this. So this 10,000, I don't know where it's coming from.
Is it possible that this 10,000 could be exclusive of your 15,000?
This is what I'm a bit confused, because if really government has employed about 10,000 nurses, one of the things we need to look out for is which batch of nurses, those who completed school, which year? Is it the 2021? Is it the 2022? Because we already know we have a backlog of nurses, and we have worked out up to about 2020 year group. And so if the minister is talking about 2021, one, as a health committee member, none of us were aware. We haven't heard it. It hasn't been made public. We do not know which crop of nurses the minister is talking about. So I am highly suspicious that it could be the continuation of what we started, that they may have come to complete.
Now, the minister has also announced, and I think more than 70,000 qualified health professionals remain unemployed. Many of them are pharmacists, and they are waiting permanent posting. I don't know what your proposal would be to dealing with this backlog of unemployed nurses and pharmacists.
Well, the 70,000 include all cadres of health professionals, including the allied and professional health workers and all that. The pharmacists, yes, I knew that there were those that had completed training, and we needed to secure some financial clearance for them to be placed in various facilities. I'm yet to check the data. We have started working on it again, and so I'm sure it is about getting them some clearance for them to be placed in their various facilities. And so we will check the data.
The minister has also spoken about exporting nurses. What's your view on that?
This is the kind of policy that we have all talked about. It was contained in our manifesto. This is something that most countries are doing. I think when I was a deputy minister for health, I had traveled to Frankfurt, and I had been told that there was an agreement that we needed to pursue to get Ghanaian nurses to Frankfurt. We started the Barbados program, and we often have sent people there, which is an interesting program. So if this government is building upon it, and we will do the right checks and balances and get the right deals for our nurses, and make sure even the country benefits from such an arrangement, so be it. Because when these nurses are going, these are very, very specialized nurses. When they have left our short, we need to spend money to train them to replace those who are going. We have a lot of nurses who have just trained and are home, but these are not the type that the foreign countries are looking for. They are looking for the very specialized ones. And so if the ministry will do the right thing by getting the right deals for them, and the country will benefit for us. We'll have some to train the remaining ones that are here. We're all out for it.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's the Achimota NPP Member of Parliament, Honorable Alexander Kwesi Akwa, speaking to us on health issues and talking about his party, the New Patriotic Party. It is set to take major decisions at its upcoming National Delegates Conference scheduled for this Saturday. Key among the proposals are the scrapping of the super delegate system, expanding the number of eligible voters in presidential and parliamentary primaries, and redefining the party's youth age limit to 35. Channel 1 News' Hansen Ajiman is live at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, where final preparations are currently underway. Let me cross over now and speak to him. Hansen, if you can hear me, how are preparations coming for Saturday?
Well, Sandra, it looks as though the party is ready for the conference tomorrow. To my right, on the pitch of the stadium, a platform has been mounted where the speeches will be given. And from what we've been told, nobody will be made to sit on the platform or even on the pitch. And so the seating area in the stadium have been rightly designated. The VIP session, which is within the glass, which is in a glass area here at the stadium, has the former president, former vice president, national chairman, a host of key personalities of the NPP. Just in front of them, which are the blue chairs, will have MPs seated here, and then just in front of me here is arrangements for regional chairman, as you can see. So 16 of them, the regional chairman will be seated here. Directors, deputy national officers will also be seated here. Arrangements have also been made for former MPs, former party executives to the extreme end who will be seated here. Aside that, delegates across the regions will be seated at other places that have been designated for them. But what we've been told is that the seating arrangements have been made when it, per region to region. When it comes to delegates, it has been made region to region. And so if we had the opportunity to go through the various seating arrangements, you would see that demarcations have been made from region to region.
Hansen, because this is starting in the morning, one would presume that the sound check and the lighting checks and all of those others have been done. Security checks, perhaps barricades before you enter, the police check and all of that. Can you update us on that?
Yes, so before you enter, the sports stadium, directly opposite it is the University of Ghana swimming pool. And so all the way from that end to the entrance of the sports stadium, barricades have been positioned. You'll see a lot of MPP colors, clearly indicating that an activity is ongoing here. Security-wise, those barricades have been placed in such a manner that they can direct how people will move. What we've not seen is arrangements for parking, but of course, if you know the University of Ghana, once you enter through the Okponglo gate, there's the taxi rank, which provides a parking space for the delegates. Also, there are other adjacent properties that could give space for parking. But the party has also indicated that the entire security arrangement has been left in the hands of the Ghana Police Service. And I'm sure by tomorrow we'll see the Ghana Police Service in full activity, ensuring that there's enough security here. So, and I must say that some of the delegates, they've come here to, I don't know what exactly, but of course it is conference, and they would want to enter into the conference feeling, and so some of them have already made themselves available here at the University of Ghana. Let's speak to some of them. James Brown, he's Assistant Secretary of the NPP in the Okaikwe South constituency. Conference is tomorrow. Why are you here?
Well, we are here still preparing the grounds for tomorrow. I mean, conference will not happen by chance. We need to make sure our grounds is fully prepared so that tomorrow everything goes well for us. So we are here to make sure everything is fine.
In your constituency, what is the momentum and preparation ahead of tomorrow?
So the conference is limited participation. It's not for the entire constituency. It's for the constituency executives and the member of parliament or the parliamentary candidate. And so we are here, we are ready. And so tomorrow we will be fully represented here. Okaikwe South will be represented.
All right, Sanda, so there you have it. Some of the delegates, they are ready for tomorrow. I must say that I've seen a lot of them here, even though indications suggest that preparations are over, but this is characteristic of a conference arrival night. Some of them interacting with their fellow party officers in other regions, and we want to take the opportunity to meet with them even before the day of conference.
Thank you so much, Hansen Ajiman. Hansen Ajiman reporting for us there from the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, where the New Patriotic Party is set to have its conference. And do trust Channel 1 Television and our other platforms, CTFM, and our online media platform, YouTube, and or Channel 1 TV, CTFM, to bring you that broadcast. We start from 7 a.m. You do want to stay tuned in and follow the live coverage of that conference by the opposition party. This is Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Now, the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament has called on the Ghana Police Service to expedite its investigations into the violence that marred the Ablekuma North parliamentary election rerun. This follows a closed-door meeting between members of the Defense and Interior Committee and the Security and Intelligence Committee of Parliament, as well as key security officials, including the Ministers for Defense and the Interior, as well as the Inspector General of Police. Chairman of the Defense and Interior Committee, James Agaga, told journalists that while the police assured the committee that the probe is underway, it was unable to provide a definitive timeline for concluding the investigations.
The Defense and Interior, Security and Intelligence Committees of Parliament on Friday had a closed-door meeting with the Inspector General of Police and the Ministers for Defense and Interior. This was in response to the violence that marred the Ablekuma North parliamentary election rerun. Now, after the meeting, the leadership of both committees addressed journalists and assured that the government has rolled out robust security measures to tackle electoral violence, with particular reference to the impending Akwetia by-election.
With regards to what happened in the Ablekuma election, these are measures that, when are put in place, hopefully should help to reduce the tensions around future elections. Certainly, this is not going to be a one-off incident where we will have to go to the polls, and we must ensure that we learn lessons from some of these incidents and ensure they do not recur. And as members of both committees who have oversight over these sectors, we intend to follow up to ensure that all recommendations that have been put before the committee will be followed through to a conclusion.
We condemn the unfortunate acts of violence on the journalists, and we also equally condemned the violence meted out by civilians on some key civilians as well. We condemn all those violence, and we have urged the security agencies, we have obtained the assurances, and we are optimistic that the right actions of justice will be served in preparation towards the immediate Akwetia by-elections that is pending, and even overall the future elections ahead of us.
The chairman of the Defense and Interior Committee, James Agaga, also charged the IGP to expedite investigations into the violence and chaos that characterized the Ablekuma North parliamentary election rerun.
Yeah, so with respect to timelines, they could not specifically say they would conclude with investigations in a week or two. What is important is that we required of them to act expeditiously and furnish the committee with their investigative reports when they are done. The point is that as the members, leadership of the two committees, we reserve the right to call them back before us to apprise us of progress made with respect to the investigations at any time. So when you appear before the committees involved, you know it's serious business, and therefore it is our expectation that the investigations will be carried out expeditiously.
The ranking member on the Trade and Industry Committee, Michael Ochrebefi, also spoke to journalists, dismissing assertions by the majority leader that the Akufo-Addo administration abused the tax exemptions regime for the one district, one factory policy.
The majority leader got it wrong in the first on the floor of parliament by saying that these businesses abuse the incentive package given by government. It's not true. There is no evidence to that effect. Note that this is the only policy that was initiated by government, that the government open-handedly, or without any hesitation, decided to make it so available and so accessible for anybody to take part. So government didn't have anything to hide. We didn't have anything to hide. We gave everything out. The package was so clear. We gave 5-year tax holiday to people who wanted to be part of the business. So in Ghana, the corporate tax is 25%. Government decided to grant 5-year exemption to everybody who want to be part of the 1D1F program. Government decided also to give some import tax waivers to people who want to import raw material for production and machinery for production. These are things that are standardized across the world.
Now, the Minister for Education, Haruna Idris, is hopeful that the National Teaching Council, NTC, will provide current teacher trainees with one final opportunity to resit the teacher licensure exams before the August 30 deadline. This follows his earlier directive to the Council to conclude arrangements for a final sitting of the examination. According to the Minister, phasing out the current exam is part of a broader transition to a new system of assessing teacher qualifications. Channel 1 News' Kennedy Chumesi has more in this report.
A total of 37,000 candidates are sitting for the ongoing licensure exams. 5,000 of them are rewriting, while 32,000 are first-time candidates. During a monitoring visit to the Accra High Senior High School, Education Minister Haruna Idrisu encouraged the candidates to do their best and assured first-time candidates that they will also be granted a chance to resit if they do not pass by August 30.
I trust that the National Teachers Council will, before end of August, as was announced, give this cohort another opportunity for a resit. Our government takes appropriate and necessary measures to integrate licensure into the final exams of the next cohort of students that will be passing out of teacher and teacher-related universities and educational training colleges across the country. We are honoring the manifesto pledge, albeit we will accept inputs to improve it, because for us, that decision should not compromise the quality of teachers that we have, that Ghana must have. So we are still committed to providing for quality teachers so that the product will be guided learners.
The minister also toured Wisconsin International University College, where he reaffirmed government's commitment to building a more inclusive higher education system that supports both public and private institutions.
So we hope that you explore avenues for creating a more inclusive framework that supports both public and private education. On our part, we will provide an enabling environment for private higher institutions to continue to do what you are doing. That should explain the contribution you are making to 1, Ghana's human capital development, 2, expanding access to relevant quality higher education, and more importantly to the development of our country. It remains my faith that we are better off with a literate unemployed population than an illiterate unemployed population.
In a related development, Education Minister visited the Father Campbell Foundation in Weja, where he interacted with street children currently benefiting from the Ghana Education Outcomes Project. The initiative aims to reintegrate out-of-school youth into formal education and skills development programs.
Which is a social problem, into one of them concluding that I want to finish my 9 months here and go and learn a vocational skill. So it means that we are proud of this project. It meaningfully can contribute to the reintegration of these out-of-school children into the pathways of learning and the pathway of education. So we are currently implementing this.
You're watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still ahead. Local traders protest foreign takeover of Ghana's retail sector. More on that when we come back. Please stay with us.
Hey, so mommy, who is going to do my wade jollof?
Oh, Kwame. You know our secret, right?
Yeah. Efia.
Yes, me. I've got it.
Now, add your Gino jollof mix.
The perfect blend of tomatoes, pepper, and fine herbs and spices to ensure a consistent taste every time. And there you have it, your original Ghana jollof.
Jollof so good.
Jollof so good. Tasty near.
What is going on here?
Enjoy jollof the Ghana way. Gino jollof is made with the perfect blend of tomatoes, pepper, and fine herbs and spices to ensure a consistent taste every time.
This advert is FDA approved.
Every day is packed with its own surprises. You never know which thrill is around the corner.
Feel good. Feel good.
Or how it will play out. There's a sense of excitement.
Did our plane just stop? Another cash out.
That adds a little magic to my everyday.
Feels like a party tonight.
I run from my father, who never gave up on us.
Register now for the ABSA Black Star Marathon, because your story matters.
You're welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Business with Netili Neti Ajaho.
Channel 1 Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
Every day, people have money emergencies. Ma, I need my school fees emergency. Mommy, chop money emergency. Emergency. Catch it. I'm your rent emergency. Now, there's a new emergency number in town.
More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the top life we got.
Dial star 770 hash for all your money emergencies and chop life.
Dial star 770 hash for money emergencies and get easy and quick access to your money, loans, and other banking needs. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Scholar, it appears that that fight between local traders and foreign traders is not going to end soon, is it?
Yes, I thought it had, but I mean, it has come to the fore again, and it's a lot of work because they have to do their registrations with the GIPC. They are not doing it. The local traders are also saying that no, if you don't do it, then don't come into our space. It's just
Please give us a story.
Okay. Now, local traders are calling for an immediate end to what they describe as the unlawful participation of foreigners in Ghana's retail sector. The traders argue that the non-Ghanaians have taken over large portions of the retail space, contrary to existing laws. They staged a protest that circled in Accra to express their frustrations and urge the government to intervene. My colleague Nashika Caesar has more in this report.
Section 27(1) of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center Act 2013 Act 865 expressly prohibits non-Ghanaians from engaging in retail trade in the country. The provision is designed to safeguard the interests and growth of local businesses. However, the continued presence of foreign nationals in the retail market, often operating in defiance of the law, has sparked repeated tensions. Protesters, largely mobile phone dealers, say weak enforcement by regulatory bodies has emboldened these illegal operations.
Foreigners are taking over retail trade in Ghana, and this must stop. With all due respect to our foreign brothers and sisters, it is not worth nothing that this is Ghana, and the laws of Ghana indicate that Ghanaians should be the only people allowed to do retail business.
The law says that come and supply the things for us and move, go. Come and supply for us. We pay you, then you go. But you can't supply the things for us and pick a shop here and be selling the same price that you have given to me. Once I am paying 3 billion for a shop, how do you expect me to progress? How do I move forward as a country? Meanwhile, GRA will come here. When they come, it is we the Ghanaians that they take taxes from us. They don't even take it from the foreigners.
We want to invade the foreigners who are making our work to be difficult for us. In fact, there are so many things they are doing that are hindering our businesses. And we don't want to sit down and make things to get worse before we wake up. So the time is now.
The traders are also calling on the government to take swift and decisive action by strictly enforcing Ghana's trade laws to protect local enterprises.
We also call on government and all other regulatory agencies to ensure that this scary trend is killed once and for all.
Now, traders of mobile phone and other electronic devices are calling on the government to ensure that foreigners are sacked from Ghana's retail space. Their contention is that the government enforces strictly the laws governing Ghana's business space. They are saying that foreigners have taken over their shops to the detriment of local traders. Reporting for Channel One Business, I am Nashika Caesar.
Now, the Bank of Ghana has stated that confidence in Ghana's economy is returning as inflation expectations are anchored and external buffers have strengthened. This comes after the Monetary Policy Committee held an emergency meeting on Thursday, July 17, to review recent economic developments ahead of the scheduled 125th MPC meeting later this month. Here is more.
Statement issued on Friday, it however cautioned that the global economic outlook remains uncertain, with global growth projected to slow to 2.8% in 2025 from 3.3% in 2024 amid tight financial conditions. According to the MPC, key economic indicators have shown significant progress, with headline inflation falling for the 6th consecutive month to 13.7% in June 2025, down sharply from 23.8% in December 2024, reflecting strong disinflation momentum. It added that real sector performance remains strong, with real GDP growth reaching 5.3% in first quarter of 2025, with non-oil GDP growth stronger at 6.8%, driven by robust performance in the agriculture and services sectors. On the local currency, it said the Ghana cedi has gained 42.6% year-to-date against the US dollar, supported by strong foreign exchange inflows from gold and cocoa exports, remittances, and improved investor sentiment. The MPC reiterated its commitment to supporting the recovery process without compromising the gains made so far, The next regular MPC meeting will take place from July 28 to 30, 2025, when the official policy rate decision will be announced.
Now let's go on the interbank market and check how the local currency is performing. And that's all for the business segment. I am Netili Neti Ajahu. Back to you, Sunda.
Thank you so much, Netili Neti. To some other stories now, in the Asante Hiniotunfo Setutu II has urged the government to prioritize Ghanaians in the allocation of mining concessions before engaging foreign partners. He made the call during a meeting with officials from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the Minerals Commission, who presented a proposal to the Ashanti Regional House of Chiefs to review Ghana's Minerals and Mining Act 2006, Act 703. The proposed reforms aim to improve governance in the sector and increase the involvement of traditional leaders. Ashanti Regional Correspondent Bright Yeboah has the details.
Long recognized as the heart of Ghana's gold wealth, the Ashanti region is expected to play a key role in shaping upcoming reforms in the mining sector. As the engagement, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, together with the Minerals Commission, laid out a comprehensive proposal to review the Minerals and Mining Act, Act 703, with a focus on sustainable practices, enhanced local benefits, and greater inclusion of traditional authorities.
We will introduce policies that will prioritize local investors and ensure that the wealth from our soil benefits our people first. We are also introducing what we call the Cooperative Mining Scheme, an initiative that will allow local cooperatives under the co-guidance of Nananoms to own and manage mining ventures in a structured, sustainable manner.
The Asantehene emphasized that while the state owns mineral resources, chiefs are custodians of the land. He urged government to give priority to Ghanaians in concession allocations and clarified that the Minerals Commission should not be blamed for existing challenges, as any structural changes must go through constitutional processes.
Minerals Commission, they are nearby, they was here. Say mine, no. See, the Mobia Ghana for any kind of no one only a profit partner, your partner, and this canon car. Or by G lease, no one is canoe, they are co flow to a stock exchange. No, the addresses cannot, they are too for dear by your hand. Now, co flow to your Gis canoe, Nipper to way any Yamranti and Yamabawa, but to be unfatas one to me the Quagis can be. Minerals Commission there. Emrana or Honor de Fasway, Nebo, the Yane was here when they say Yatsana Wami, a constitution, a Gia Japa, the Yara, the Ashankrat, and Yentimin can who was him. Anna Achitre, Yapasi as a son of the Constitutional Review Committee, no was here no more cancer, Sanyama Winina, Munim Monfeni Yemai.
Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Alhaji Yusuf Suleimana, said the proposed reforms are aimed at ensuring mining becomes more sustainable, environmentally conscious, and beneficial to host communities. He called on the House of Chiefs to actively support and contribute to the process.
We want to seek your guidance and to ensure that we protect our lands and water bodies from degradation and pollution.
Minerals Commission CEO Martin Kweku Ayisi disclosed that the tenure of mining leases will be reduced from 30 to 15 years, while overly long prospecting licenses, some extending up to 40 years, will be shortened.
Nedi kind, not lease, your man 30 years. Our buying is up. In CC, a upper limit 15 years. In share down 15 years. I know chess lease be about 15. A bit me amount 5, a bit me amount 8, a bit me amount 12, but yeah, more than 15. Prospecting license as a Ghana pen. No, the who weather. Nkofokita prospecting license 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Tia Kasa Galam say your biggest problem as I see I small scale for your navy.
The illegal mining activities going on in our communities demand a collaborative and decisive action between both the traditional leaders and the government. For Channel 1 News, I am Bright Tieboa.
Let's remain in the Ashanti region because the police command there has arrested 3 persons in connection with the sale and distribution of counterfeit insecticide products in the region. The arrests come after growing complaints from traders and consumers over the influx of fake products on the market, prompting a special police operation to tackle the threat. Channel 1 News' Ashanti regional correspondent Fatih Aminu Ibrahim has more.
Reports of counterfeit insecticide products have been on the rise in recent months, with users voicing concerns about their ineffectiveness and potential health risks. Traders say the situation not only undermines their businesses but also exposes the public to dangerous chemicals. Acting on intelligence, the Ashanti Regional Police Command apprehended 3 suspects believed to be behind the importation and distribution of fake Kilix insecticide products. The suspects currently in police custody are 30-year-old Charity Boache, 60-year-old Jacob Abeka, and a 3rd individual whose details are yet to be disclosed. At a press briefing, the Public Relations Officer of the Ashanti Regional Police Command, DSP Godwin Ahiayo, warned that the police will continue to pursue and prosecute all individuals involved in the manufacture, importation and sale of counterfeit goods.
For some time now, the Regional Police Command has received complaints from the Evergreen Chemists Limited, who is the sole importer and distributor of Kill 8 mosquito spray, a product that is manufactured from the United Kingdom. That some unscrupulous persons have faked the product. The operation has just begun. That's why I'm saying that when they are able to tell us the original and the fake one, at least the public will have an idea.
Some traders who spoke to Channel 1 News described how fake products have damaged consumer trust and led to losses, urging authorities to intensify market surveillance and protect legitimate businesses.
The sales has gone down. They've sent their copies to FDA. They have their product with them and they have worked on it. That one is not good.
In an effort to protect public health, the Ashanti Regional Police Command says it is committed to arrest the perpetrators of such illegalities. For Channel 1 News, I'm Fatih Aminu Ibrahim, Ashanti Region.
Now, the cost of assistive hearing devices starting from 15,000 cedis remains far beyond the reach of many parents of children with hearing impairments in the Futu municipality of the Central Region. With no access to hearing aids, these children face significant barriers in school, prompting renewed calls for government intervention. Our Central Regional correspondent, Akwesi Ado, has been looking at that.
University practice inclusive basic school in Winneba. Children with hearing impairments struggle daily to follow lessons in class. Their enthusiasm to learn is often dampened by the harsh reality of their condition. Though assistive technology could significantly improve their learning, their parents' financial constraints mean hearing support is only a dream. The psychological toll is evident. Some children show signs of emotional distress. The headmistress of the school, Emma Frempong, told Channel 1 News that the lack of assistive devices is affecting the children's academic performance.
So when they get a hearing aid, it will amplify the voice for them to hear. Okay, so without a hearing aid, it becomes so difficult. They do a lot of lip reading. It's frustrating and they are in a dilemma. What do I do? Do I have to do the sign language or I have to talk? The talking cannot come because you don't hear.
Parents say affording hearing aids is simply not possible.
It's almost 150 million for the two. Government should come to it and then help them.
But this challenge is not unique to Winneba. It affects students nationwide. even at the tertiary level.
Look, there are some professors in the universities who doesn't even see the need for these students and why they should cater and provide support for them. Some feel that, hey, we have not attended to the able ones. Why do we have to waste resources on those with special needs?
Ghana's revised inclusive education policy makes provision for free assistive devices and aims to close critical gaps in inclusive education. However, it has yet to receive cabinet approval and implementation. Professor Samuel Hayford Kweku, a senior academic at the University of Education, Winneba, who also served as a consultant for the policy review, says the delay in policy approval is disappointing.
Every policy that runs for about 5 years is subjected to review. And so we started the review about 2 years back. And the review is done, awaiting cabinet endorsement.
At a recent public lecture, the Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition urged government to swiftly approve the new policy, improve infrastructure, and provide essential support for students with special needs.
There is inadequate funding support for the effective implementation of the policy. So far, the policy has largely been dependent on donor support, especially UNICEF. But we think that it is very important to create a domestic source of funding the implementation of the policy.
For Channel 1 News, I am Akwesi Ado, UAW, Winneba.
You're watching Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 Television. Still ahead. Black Queens return to WAFCON quarterfinals set for Algeria showdown on July 19. More on that in a jiffy. Please stay with us.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother Once more. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the grades. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Every day is packed with its own surprises. You never know which thrill is around the corner.
Feel good. Feel good.
Or how it will play out. There's a sense of excitement.
Did our plane just stop? Another cash out.
That adds a little magic to my everyday.
Woo! Feels like a party tonight.
You're welcome back. Up next is Channel 1 Sports with Bernarda Bekwache. Let's talk about women football now, shall we, Abe? Is that not what you're talking about?
Absolutely.
Please tell us the story.
All right, let's get into it, shall we? Great. Now, Ghana's Black Queens are back in the Women's African Cup of Nations quarterfinals for the first time since 2016. They will face a tough test against Algeria on Saturday, July 19 at 4 p.m. at the Stade Municipal de Berkane. The Queens secured their spots in the last 8 with a commanding 4-1 win over Tanzania following a 2-0 defeat to South Africa and a 1-1 draw, with Uganda finishing second in Group C. Head coach Kimlas Bjorgren, appointed just 5 months ago, has emphasized courage and teamwork in the build-up, urging his players not to fear an Algerian side that has yet to concede a goal in the tournament.
I know he's a really good coach, and I'm not surprised that the Algeria team is very organized. Maybe potential the best organized team in this tournament. So it shows that the coach is doing a good job there, and it's going to be a difficult game for us for sure. We need to do our things. We need to keep building. We're pretty new as a team. We have many young players. I've only been in the team for 5 months, so we can see that we're doing better and better, more or less for each game. But in the end of the day, we need to take this opportunity, like Josephine said, that we need to not be scared out there. Instead, see it in the opposite way, that we actually have a great chance to go to the next round. Just be there, do our best, and I'm sure that we have a good chance to go to the next step.
Well, away from the Queens, let's talk about a team that aims to win the title, the EPL title, next season. Now, Arsenal have completed the signing of England winger Noni Madueke from Chelsea for an initial fee of £48.5 million. The 23-year-old was part of Chelsea's squad at the FIFA Club World Cup in the United States, but left the camp before last Sunday's 3-0 win against Paris Saint-Germain in a final to finalize his move to Mikel Arteta's side. Madueke has signed a 5-year contract at the Emirates, with his fee rising to just over £50 million. With add-ons, Madueke becomes Arsenal's 4th signing of the summer and 2nd from Chelsea, following the arrival of goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Yeah, I'm very happy, very excited to get to work. Obviously, I got on holiday for a little bit now, but I can't wait to get back and meet all the boys and train.
So what have the last few days been like while you finalised the deal?
Yeah, just been relaxed. Just waiting for the green light, and yeah, when I came in today, it all felt real, and I'm really happy and really proud. So it's a great moment for me.
So have you spoken to some of your England teammates, the Arsenal boys, about what it's like here? Have they welcomed you yet?
Yeah, definitely. I've spoken to Dec, Miles, Bukayo, even Urian as well, and they all say amazing things, obviously, about the club and the culture here and how warm it is and how much of a family it is. So yeah, no, I'm just, like I said, I'm really happy to be a part of the Arsenal family now.
It was Kepa Arrizabalaga first, and now Noni Madueke, all from Chelsea. But that'll be the very latest from the world of sport. And I am Bernard Abeiko. Sander, over to you.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Bernard. Thank you so much. And that's how we wrap up this edition of the Channel One Newsroom on Channel One TV. But before we go, let's do a recap of our top stories. President John Dramani Mahama proposes a dissolution of Cathedral Board and shuts the Secretariat over audit revelations. Health Minister confirms over 10,000 nurses and midwives hired in latest recruitment drive. New Patriotic Party NPP set to decide on major party reforms at National Delegates Conference. Parliament's Defense Committee urges swift probe into Ablekuma North rerun violence. If you missed any of our stories, go to our website, channel1news.com, for information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to Channel One TV on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Channel One TV. Thank you so much for watching us. I am Omaru Sandamadu.